Live, local, late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News at 5. Coverage you can count on.
At least 100 Metro Atlanta DHL employees are looking for new jobs this afternoon. They were laid off today because of a restructuring move by the company. DHL, a German-owned package delivery service, recently acquired Airborne, and deliveries will now be turned over to Airborne drivers. DHL is laying off nearly 3,000 delivery drivers nationwide.
Fox 5 Atlanta. Dedicated, determined, dependable. Your new news. Fox 5 News starts now.
After the national holiday to honor American workers, dozens of employees at the local office of DHL Worldwide Express are out of a job. They got the bad news when they showed up for work this morning. As Fox 5's Tony Shin tells us, the company blames the layoffs on its merger with Airborne Express. Tony.
Well, Lisa, about 60 workers were laid off here at this Norcross office. DHL officials say in all, about 100 workers have been laid off in Metro Atlanta. Now, DHL says this is the result of last month's merger with Airborne Express. The company is in the process of downsizing to, quote, create a more effective, streamlined organization. Now, workers I spoke to say they had no idea they would be laid off. They say they were called into a mandatory meeting this morning. Within 15 minutes, they were told to pack up their personal possessions and leave as soon as possible.
They gave us no notice, no warning. They let us know that we were having a meeting, took 15 minutes, handed us a severance and said, see ya.
How could you go through a merger with another company and tell us that we're the ones, and then when we get here, you know, to find out during this merger that we're the ones who got suckered, we're the ones who got punched out.
Now, the workers will continue to be paid and receive benefits through the month of October. They are also receiving severance packages based on their years of experience. We, of course, will have much more on this later on Fox 5 News tonight. That is the latest from here. Reporting live from Norcross, Tony Shin, Fox 5 News.
Certainly a hard sign of the times. Thank you very much, Tony. Chris, a major delivery company handed out hundreds of pink slips today across the nation and right here in Metro Atlanta. DHL Worldwide Express says the layoffs are the result of last month's merger with Airborne Express. As Fox 5's Tony Shin reports, local workers say they never saw it coming.
For them to do it the way they did it was really wrong.
Workers at the Norcross DHL office say they knew something was up when they saw a police officer sitting out front. They had been called in early this morning for an emergency meeting. They say they had no idea of what was to come.
They gave us no notice, no warning. They let us know that we were having a meeting, took 15 minutes, handed us a severance and said, see ya.
About 60 workers at the Norcross office were laid off, including Lyndon Martin, who had been with the company for 12 years.
We got families with children, with homes, you know, whatever, life. And just to have it ripped up from under your feet in a 10-minute, 15-minute meeting, it hurts.
Let me shut the door. It was the same story at the DHL office in Smyrna and at Hartsfield Airport, where dozens of workers were given pink slips this morning. They are part of the hundreds of employees being laid off across the nation, casualties of an August merger with smaller competitor Airborne Express. The workers say when DHL merged with Airborne Express, they wondered whether or not their jobs would eventually be in jeopardy. They say management told them their jobs would be safe.
The merger was, this is going to be good for us, this is going to be good for DHL, this is, you know, we're just going to merge together and make it one big company.
DHL officials would not comment about the layoffs on camera, but the company did release this statement. While a decision to reorganize these operations was a difficult one, DHL management felt it was an important step as the company seeks to create a more effective, streamlined organization.
How could you go through a merger with another company and tell us that we're the ones, and then when we get here, you know, to find out during this merger that we're the ones who got suckered, we're the ones who got punched out.
Tony Shin, Fox 5 News.
The employees will be paid through the month of October. DHL says the layoffs affect 169 offices nationwide. Each office will lose about 16 workers.
Dozens of jobs in jeopardy here in the metro area at a huge courier company.
Live from WXIA TV in Atlanta, you're watching 11 Alive News at Noon.
Welcome to 11 Alive News at noon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Keith Whitney in for Ken Watts.
And I'm Jill Becker. The courier company DHL announced layoffs today across the country, and that includes job cuts here in Georgia. The news comes weeks after the company acquired Airborne Express, another package carrier. 11 Alive's Alicia Barnes is at the DHL service center in Smyrna with more on that story now. Alicia.
Good afternoon, Jill. Just one day after Labor Day, nearly 100 former DHL employees were told they don't have a job. Now, we're here at the service center off South Cobb Drive in Smyrna, and take a look at this. These are letters to their customers notifying them of the new drop location starting today with Airborne Express. Several people entered the building, but no one was talking. We're told that the displaced employees here in Smyrna left the building early this morning. A spokesperson for DHL says the company's downsizing spreads across the country. DHL has 169 facilities in the U.S., and authorities say about 16 employees were told they don't have a job. Almost 100 employees here in Georgia. The spokesperson for DHL says customers can be confident they will continue to receive the same high level of service from DHL, with the exception of a transition for a new courier, which is Airborne Express. The actual service will stay the same. Now, the company also issued this statement saying that a key announcement today represents a key step towards building a more competitive infrastructure for DHL U.S. operations in the wake of the acquisition of Airborne. Now, back out live, we are told that there are employees inside the building, and now those employees were not let go, and they're meeting with management, kind of finding out how this whole shakeup affects them, and continuing on in the future. We're also told by the spokesperson that all the employees that were let go will continue to receive benefits and be paid throughout October 31st of 2003. Live in Smyrna, Alicia Barnes, 11 Live News at noon.
Thank you, Alicia.